We need a high trusted counterweight as we think about what's going on with China. And it's very clear to me, as I will tell anybody who listens to me, when I travel to China, this phone does not go to Beijing with me. It stays on my desk in Washington, D.C. When I travel to Delhi or anywhere in India, this phone is with me. And that's just a small example.
But let's switch our focus to India. And you've been a champion of the US-India relationship for so many years. What is it that drew you to this? Is it a particular conversation, particular experience? What exactly drove you to be a champion of the US-India relationship?
Well, my first trip to India was in 1997. I was still a Procter & Gamble manager then. And in fact, I was in Hong Kong of the night of the handover on June 30th, 1997, when Prince Charles then and Governor Patton, Chris Patton, handed the keys off to the Chinese and sailed off into the harbor that night. The next morning, I flew to India. By the way, just reminding myself, too, of something, Raj. The first time I ever met Fred Smith at FedEx was in 1994 in Guangzhou when Secretary of Commerce Ron Brown invited a group of 25 CEOs to tour our operations. And I still have this picture there of that group with Ron Brown. So Raj, when you were in Hong Kong with your kids and I'm in Guangzhou with my kids, never in a million years did we ever think we'd be up here together. But that was the first time I met Fred Smith. But so it was 1997. I made 4 subsequent trips, 2 before I came to the Senate, and then 2 while I was senator. And as we think about the geopolitical strategy for the world and thinking about the United States, we need a high trusted counterweight as we think about what's going on with China. And it's very clear to me, as I will tell anybody who listens to me, when I travel to China, this phone does not go to Beijing with me. It stays on my desk in Washington, D.C. When I travel to Delhi or anywhere in India, this phone is with me. And that's just a small example of a highly trusted ally and friend that I can't do that when I go to China. And I've made multiple trips to China. It's an important relationship. It's too big to fail. Raj and I have spent some time talking about China. The 2 largest economies in the world, 42% of the world's GDP, 2 largest militaries. We can't disengage from China. We need to engage. We need to de-risk, but we need to engage. But it begs the question, so what are we going to do proactively as we think about strategic partnerships and opportunities? And there's only one country in the world that can match the size and scale of China's innovation ecosystem, and it's India working with the United States. Just looking at STEM grads, do the numbers, roughly 3.5 million STEM grads. It's hard to sometimes get the numbers coming out of China every year. The only hope we have, thinking about globally to compete with that, to build the scale, is going to be India plus the United States. Round numbers, India, 2.5 million STEM grads. The United States, 500,000 to 1 million, depending on how you count it. There you now have, potentially here, a balance, an equilibrium as it relates to size and scale. And so the relationship that we have between the United States and India is not only important for our 2 countries, I think it's important for the world.